doing? Good, yeah. Can you do it with just one arm? Just one arm, you can stretch. And then the other arm, try to reach it. Imagine you can touch the ceiling. Okay. And then can we move from our shoulders? Where's our shoulders? Okay. And then move from our elbows. Good. Oh. Don't hit ourselves, right? And then can we move from our wrists? Where's our wrists? Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna move our fingers. Remember how we make little O's, like little OKs? Can we do it with our fingertips in time? Boom, boom, 3, 4. Can we do 1 and 3? So third fingers are our middle finger and our thumb. Good. Let's do 1 and 4. This one's kind of hard, huh? Our fourth finger feels a little weaker. And then 1 and 5. So our very outer fingers. Good, good. Okay, so before we move on to our song or our piece, let's do a little bit of review. So, if everyone remembers, before we went on break, we started to work on G position. So, remember, G, that's one of our landmark notes. We start on the middle of the spiral of the treble clef. That second line is G. Does everyone remember where G is on the piano? You can always use C and count up 5 notes. Good. Where's G? Good. Good. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close this door. Okay. So, starting from G, what's our next note after G? G. A, yeah. And then if we finish the 5-finger pattern, G, A, B, C, D, right? Can we all sing that together? We did some singing last week, so can we start on G? Good. And then we have A, B, C, D. Good. Perfect. And then for our left hand, we're going to be starting 1 note above our left hand landmark note. We have G, A, B, and you notice C on our left hand is middle C, right? And then, oops, let me write it right under. D. Can we sing bass clef too? It doesn't have to be in the bass clef octave, but let's sing G, A, B, C, D. Good. Now, can everyone put their hands at G position? Do you remember G position? So to start on G position, you're going to have your left hand pinky at G and your right hand first finger on G. Okay? And can we practice walking up and down? G, A, like how we sang. Okay? Walking up and down. I'm going to go around the room and check.
Not this way. Go this way. G.
Good. Can I hear you walk up and down? Beautiful, beautiful. Work on really legato. Can I hear? Make sure we're sitting in front of the Can I hear your left hand too? And can you start from the Beautiful, very nice. Beautiful. Good. So I really like how your left hand looks. It's nice and they call it quiet fingers. Although they don't make sound. They kind of look quiet, right? When they're playing like this. Can you do the same for your right hand? Have quiet fingers. Same thing. Can I? So imagine if your hand is a house, you want to keep your windows, right? If we play like this, our windows are gone. So you can keep your windows intact. Slowly. Okay, can we try that all together now? Our G major 5-finger patterns. So, can we make sure that we have nice legato going up and down? And we want to make sure, can you imagine your windows between your fingers? You want to keep your windows on the piano, right? If our fingers go up like this, then our windows are gone, right? That'd be a bad house, I would say. All the wind's getting through. So you want to make sure your windows are strong and they're always on the ground, okay? And our ground is the piano in this case. Okay, let's try it together. Let's do it slowly. Like this tempo. Can we try it together? 1, 2, ready, go. D, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, D. Good. One more time. We're gonna just play D once. G, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G. And come back down, okay? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. G, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G. Good. Beautiful. Okay, so before we go on to our piece, let's also review our tonic and dominant chords. Do you remember those at all? A little bit? So, remember, we learned our tonic chord. Our tonic chord, or our G major chord, is just our first, third, and fifth notes, okay? So in the 5-finger pattern, that's gonna be G, B, D, okay? In our left hand, same thing, G, B, D. Can I hear everyone's G major tonic chord? chords are gonna look like those stacked chords in our music. They're gonna be stacked like that. And remember, the other chord that we learned is our dominant chord. Oh, I hear someone playing it. Which two notes are our dominant chord? It's kind of like our top two notes. We have C and D. Okay, can I hear the dominant chord? So for your right hand, it's gonna be 4 and 5. Good, good. And for our left hand, it's gonna be 1 and 2. Okay, and they're gonna look. Good, I hear it. Yes, they're gonna look kind of diagonal to each other like this. But remember, that means you play them together. Good. Can you practice going tonic, dominant, tonic, switching between the two? I'm gonna go around and check. Make sure we're saying these two. Can I hear tonic? Good. You want to try with your left hand as well? Beautiful. Okay, can I hear your tonic? Good. But if you want to play your tonic, if you want to play your tonic right after, you have to play your dominant fourth and fifth. Can you try that again? Good. And then you're either the tonic. Beautiful. And good. Good. Can I hear? Can you play tonic? Good. And then dominant, tonic. Good. Can you add your right hand? Beautiful. Very good. Good. Beautiful. Good. If you want to make sure, imagine that all of your keys are going to come down at the same time. Good. Beautiful. That's a lot. Yeah, can you imagine all of them coming down at the same time? Good. Good. It's hard, huh? Yes. Coordination. To imagine it's one note. Yeah, good. And then all together. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay. Good. Nice handshake. Yeah, so as I was talking in the back, we came up with the good point that you have to make sure when you're playing your chords, they come down all together, okay? Instead of playing, right? That's for another time. Sometimes some pieces you'll have to do that. But for these chords, especially when they're stacked, you want to make sure it sounds almost like one note. You see? If you come down all together, it sounds like one note. And coming down together is one thing. You also have to come off all together, okay? So you have to imagine it's like one plank coming down together and then coming off together. Okay?
Come down.
Okay, so can everyone turn to, let's see what page 39 on their book? Does everyone have their book? I have a few extra if someone. Okay, I think everyone's there. It has, I think that's Owl? Yeah, owl or bat? It's swimming in the ocean in a leaf. You see it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play it for everyone. Can everyone listen? What the piece sounds like? I think if you listen to it, you'll recognize the piece, okay? Do you recognize that piece? We've heard it before? No? I forgot what it's called, but I think I recognize that piece from somewhere else. Okay. So, before we play that melody line, can we all look at the treble clef chords? Do you see the chords in the right hand? In the first two lines and in the last line? Can everyone point to all the tonic chords? Where are the tonic chords? Where are the tonic chords? So remember, if you need help, the tonic chords look kind of like this, right? They're stacked thirds on top of each other. So do you see all of your thirds stacked? Point to them, point to them. Yes. You see that? Good. Oh, oops. Do you see them? Can you point to some of them? There's a lot. Remember the tonics? It looks like the three. Yes, exactly. Good. Hayden. You see your tonic chords? There's 8 of them? I didn't even count. There's so many. Good. Okay. So, your tonic chords kind of look like these snowmen, right? Well, I guess it doesn't snow, so you've never really seen snowmen, maybe. But remember, snowman is like Frosty the Snowman. They have like the nose. So you can maybe think of the tonic chords. At least in this case, your G major tonic chord, the one chord, it's gonna look like the snowman chord. Can everyone also point to their dominant chords? Do you see the dominant chords? These have the notes that are diagonal to each other. Try to count how many there are. I think there's less dominant chords than tonic chords. 3, yeah, I think I count 3 too. Good counting. Perfect. Okay, so how about, can we try a little game? We're gonna follow along with the music. It's gonna be like a rhythm game. I'm gonna play the right hand, and then I'm gonna play the chord. Can everyone say tonic when it's a tonic chord, and then dominant when it's a dominant chord? So what I mean is I'm gonna play tonic, dominant, and then the next one, what is it? Tonic. Do you see? Okay? You can even play along if you feel comfortable with your right hand tonic and dominant. Okay? Alright, is everyone ready? I'm gonna start. So you're gonna say either it's a tonic. How about you can say T or D? That might be easier because tonic and dominant are pretty long. So T, D, and we'll go on lowering right through me. T. My foot to the T, off I go. D, 2 and throw T, T. Do you see? And here there's no chords, right? Big tall waves in my boat I'm usually we have tonic, dominant, and then tonic. Actually, not usually, we always. The next line we have tonic, dominant, tonic. Our fourth line we have tonic, dominant, tonic. Good. So I think we kind of get the right hand. Let's work on the left hand a little bit. So this case is kind of different because usually our right hand has the melody, but this time the left hand has the melody, right? Okay. So can someone tell me what the interval is for the first two measures? What's the interval between the two notes? Remember, intervals is a number. Is it a second, a third, fourth, a fifth?
G position. Left hand.
You have it, Charlotte? Fourth? Almost. So we have D to B, right? Can you count between D and B? You're really close. You're really, really close.
Left hand.
What's the interval between D to B? Yes? Almost. So you can count. What'd you say? Yes, 3, right? So we have in the opening phrase, we have D to B, 1, 2, 3, right? D, B, B, that's a third. D to B, 1, 2, 3. D, B, B. And the next measure, we have the same thing, but starting on C. C, and then the third down to A. Okay? Can everyone practice those first two measures? I'm gonna go around and check. Okay. So here we're starting on D. So this is our thumb, right? So we have a third. Good. And then now we're starting on C and a third. Beautiful. Yeah. And can you see how many times that repeats in this piece? Try to find all of. Okay, can I hear it? So remember, we're starting with our left hand bass clef. So that means it's bass clef we're using this hand, right? Good. There's now. What's C? That's C. One more note up.
C.
Yes.
C.
No, it's a third down. And then repeat.
No, C.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're on C, right? And then a third down. Good. Can I hear that one more time? From the beginning?
Yeah.
And then you have two. Good. You might want to use 2 for C. So the second measure, right? It's the same pattern as this first measure, but instead of starting on D, you're starting on C. So can you imagine you're almost doing the same thing twice, just starting on a different note?
It's all good.
Yes, all the piano players. Good, beautiful. And if you can, try to look ahead and see where the same pattern happens, okay? You'll find it quite a lot. can I hear from the beginning?
This one, skip this.
So we're starting on
to this
D.
one twice. That's it. You know, we're gonna do this one. This one.
And then you count 3 steps. 1,
One more time, this
2,
one.
3. Okay. Yes.
Got it?
Now that same pattern starting on
What's this?
C.
Doing this one, G.
Or C and then the third down. One more time.
Peace out.
I want to use the third finger. Good, exactly. Okay, good. So, everyone has the first 2 measures down really well. Looking on to the next 2 measures, you'll notice, if you look over here, it's the same thing as our 5-finger pattern, right? G, A, B, C, D. Here we have G, A, B, C, D, D, D. The only difference is we have D 2 extra times. We play it 3 times. Okay? So I think everyone can play the 3rd and 4th measure. G, A, B, C, D, D, D. Just our 5-finger pattern. Right? So can everyone practice the first 4 measures all together? With just your left hand. 5-finger pattern. Okay? Can I hear? Yep. Oh, but remember which hand are we Here it's like a 5. Good, very nice. If you can, try to add your right hand chords, okay? Okay, can I hear the first 4 measures now?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, remember, it's the opposite. You start on D, you're gonna go down a step.
So I need to play this line.
C. Yes. Then we have E major 5-finger pattern. So you start on G though, okay?
Get it back.
Yes. One more time, can you make sure you play C, A, A with your, and then 2, can you use 2 and 4? 2, 4. Good, and then notice your 5th finger's right there. Yeah. Good, can you practice with those fingerings? Okay, Nathan, can I hear what you have? Beautiful, very nice. Can I make sure you, or can I hear the whole half note though? Can you make sure that's a half note? Okay, whole half note's confusing. Can you make sure that you play for the full half note? Remember, Nice. Okay. So, can everyone look up here? So before we move on with the right hand, let's figure out the form of the piece. Remember, we like to find the form like AA, BA, or ABA, stuff like that. So, can anyone tell me which line looks different from the other lines? Which line looks different? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 4? This line? There's one line that looks totally different from the other line. 3, right? Does everyone see that? 3? So I think we're safe to call the third line B, right? So let's look at the other. So if the third line is B, let's look at line 1, 2, and 3. 2 of the lines are exactly the same. This is kind of hard. This is a little tricky. Can you find the 2 lines that are exactly the same? Is it like 1 and 2? Is it 2 and 4? Is it 1 and 4?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. This is 2 and 4. Yes. I'm trying to see if everyone else can figure it out. Do you see everyone? Everyone find the 2 lines that are exactly the same? Which 2? Yeah? 2 and 4, right? Yeah. So I would probably call this A. The first line is A. Okay. Or yeah, I would call the first line A. I'm gonna call the second line, in music, when we have a very similar looking phrase or sentence that's a little bit different, we like to use the word A prime. We call this apostrophe sign. Usually you see it with like your can't and won't, right? You see this apostrophe? So we call this A prime when it looks similar to the first line, but it's a little different. That third line is completely different, right? So we're gonna call that B. And since the last line is the same thing as the second line, we're gonna call the last line A prime. Okay? So, basically what that means, if you learn the second line, you already have, or if you learn the first 3 lines, you basically can play the whole piece, right? Because the last line is the same as the second line. If you have a pencil, you can even write this into your lines. So this is like the first line of music, second line, third line, fourth line. We have A prime, B, and A prime. Okay? So right now, we learned A, right? Of the form, we learned the first line, A. Can we work on A prime now? So the only difference of A and A prime is that third and fourth measure, right? Everyone see the third and fourth measure of the second line? Instead of a 5-finger pattern going up, we now have a G major arpeggio. You might not remember that word. Basically, it's when we play this major chord, not stacked, but one by one. We're separating them. We have D, B, D, D, and then B. Can everyone try playing that the 2 last bars of the second line? Do you see where we are? So we have a G major chord, but we're separating